In this video, you will learn how to change strings on your guitar with an Ibanez Edge Series tremolo installed. Before we get started, let's go over the materials that you will need. You will need a new set of strings, a 3mm hex key wrench, a wire clipper, a guitar tuner, and 2 guitar cloths. We will be using the 3mm hex key wrench equipped in the Ibanez Multitool MTZ11. There are many kinds of guitar strings. In this video, we will be using the 9-42 set, which is the factory standard setup for most RG guitars. Please make sure that you do not lose any parts while working on the guitar. Before working on your guitar, you should always loosen the pressure pad bolts of the locking nut. This is to prevent the strings or guitar from breaking and even injury. To loosen the pressure pad bolts, use the 3mm hex key wrench and turn the bolts counterclockwise. Let's put these aside for now. Put a guitar cloth between the body and the tremolo unit to keep the tremolo in its position. This will make your tuning process much easier and gives less stress to the tremolo unit. To remove the strings, loosen all guitar strings by turning the machine heads clockwise. A string winder will make the unwinding process much easier and faster. After you have loosened the strings, loosen the string stopper bolts at the tremolo to set the strings free. Be extra careful not to lose the string holder blocks. Take the strings off the string post. If your guitar has a tension bar on the headstock, we recommend not to loosen it and leave it as it is. Now the strings are fully off the guitar. This is the perfect moment to clean the fingerboard and the body. Use the other guitar cloth to clean off any dust or dirt off your guitar. Now we are ready to install the new set of strings. To install guitar strings on an Edge Series tremolo, you will need to cut off the ball ends of the new strings. Use a wire clipper to cut off the ball end where the winding stops, as indicated in the illustration. Insert each string into the saddle and lock them by tightening the string stopper bolt. Tightening the bolt too much may damage the strings. Let's start with the lowest string. Run the strings under the tension bar and insert the end of the string into the string post and feed the strings all the way. We recommend lining a piece of paper to protect the surface of the headstock. Slip the string back about 2 peg posts long and bend the string at the post you want to wind the string. This is where you start winding the string. Hold the string down with your index finger and start winding the peg. Wind the string so that the strings are running towards the opposite side of the tuner peg. It is very important that every wrap is below the previous wrap. If your string is wrapped messy, it doesn't look good visually, but also it will cause the strings to not stay in tune. You do not need to have the strings fully in tune yet. Clip off the unnecessary part of the string. Now all 6 strings are on the guitar. Before we tune the guitar, stretching your fresh guitar strings is recommended for added tuning stability. Pull on each string, but not too strong. We also recommend stretching the string where it hits the saddle. Set all fine-tuning bolts to the middle position. This will give you a wider tuning range after you have locked the nut. Now we are ready to tune the guitar. Turn the peg counterclockwise until the tuner hits the low E. Moving on to the 5th string, A, 4th string, D, 3rd string, G, 2nd string, B, and 1st string, high E. Remove the guitar cloth clamped between the tremolo and the body. Hold the guitar in the playing position and tune the strings a couple more times until they're fully in tune. If the position of the tremolo is not parallel to the body surface when the guitar is in tune, you will need to adjust the tremolo spring at the back of the body. You can learn how to adjust the tremolo spring by watching section 3 of this video. But we strongly recommend you take the guitar to a guitar shop for spring adjustments. Now the guitar is in tune. Lock the nut with the pressure pads you removed. The vertex of the pressure pad should be parallel to the strings. Be careful not to tighten the bolts too much. After you have locked the nut, tune each string using the fine tuners. Do not turn the peg after you have locked the nut. And now we are ready to play. The term action refers to the distance between the top of the frets and the bottom of the strings. If the action is too high, you may feel that the guitar is uncomfortable to play. If the action is too low, you may hear string buzzing. To measure the string action, have your guitar in tune and use a ruler at the 14th fret to measure the distance between the top of the fret and the bottom of the string. At the factory, the string action on Ibanez electric guitars are set at around 1.5 to 1.7 mm on the high E string and 2 to 2.2 mm on the low E string, 2.2 to 2.4 mm on the low B string if you have a 7-string guitar. The action should gradually get higher towards the lower string. String action is adjusted with these two stud bolts using a 3 mm hex key wrench. Screw them to lower the action, unscrew them to raise the action. Edge, Low Pro Edge, Edge 0, and Edge 0 2. These tremolo bridges are equipped with a stud lock function, so you need to release the lock before adjusting string action. Refer to this chart for the correct hex key wrench for your stud lock. The stud bolt is not locked when the guitar leaves our factory. To unlock the stud bolt, insert a hex key wrench through the hole and into the locking bolt inside and unscrew the locking bolt. Tune the strings after adjusting string action. After tuning, turn the stud lock bolt clockwise to lock the stud bolt. Tighten it until the stud lock bolt contacts the anchor nut and will not rotate any further. The angle of the tremolo unit is adjusted by changing the balance between the tension of the strings and the tension of the tremolo springs. The tremolo unit should be parallel to the body surface to obtain full performance of the guitar. Let's unlock the nut. With the guitar tuned correctly, check the angle of the tremolo. If the tremolo is tilted towards the neck, tighten the tremolo spring screws with a Phillips head driver to increase the tension of the tremolo springs. If the tremolo is tilted back towards the rear, loosen the screw to decrease the tension of the tremolo springs. Never fully unscrew the screws when the springs are installed. If your guitar has a 0-point system, you can adjust spring tension by turning the spring adjustment knob. If the stop rod is not touching the stopper, turn the spring adjustment knob located on the back of the body toward the plus direction to tighten the mainspring. If the tremolo block is not in firm contact with the stop rod, turn the spring adjustment knob toward the minus direction to loosen the mainspring. When you adjust the tremolo spring, the balance between the string tension and the spring tension changes, and so does tuning. So you will need to tune every time you adjust the tremolo springs. Now the tremolo unit is parallel to the body surface. Lock the nut, and we're ready to play. When a guitar is properly tuned and intonated, all open strings and every note on the fretboard should sound at their correct pitches. When you change the gauge of the strings or tune the guitar to a different tuning, you will need to adjust the intonation to get the proper pitch on all frets. With guitar, most of the time, we check if the open string and 12th fret are in octave interval. Let's unlock the nut. To check if your guitar is correctly intonated, check the pitch of the open string and 12th fret using a tuner. They should be in an octave relation. If not, you will need to adjust the saddle position until these two pitches are in perfect octave interval. If the 12th fret note is flat, adjust the saddle towards the neck. To adjust the saddle, loosen the string at the peg. Unlock the saddle bolt and adjust the saddle using your finger. After you have decided its position, tighten the saddle lock bolt and tune the string. Go back to your tuner and check the pitch of open string and the 12th fret again. If the 12th fret note is sharp, Adjust the saddle towards the rear end of the body with the same process. Repeat these processes until your guitar is intonated correctly. To make the saddle adjustment process easier, use the intonation adjustment bolts stored in the tremolo unit if your guitar has an Edge 0 tremolo. If your guitar has Edge, Low Pro Edge, or their 7-strings tremolo, we recommend using the intonation adjustment tool EJK 1000. If you're ever worried about working on your guitar, take your guitar to a guitar shop near you. Thank you for watching.